Our favorite YouTubers will often record a ton of footage that never ends up seeing the light of day, thanks to editors who make us all look shiny and pretty all the time. When you're used to the benefit of editing, being live can be not only a nerve-wracking experience, but it can also produce some pretty awkward and uncomfortable moments.
On today's list, we are going to be covering just a few of the times YouTubers embarrassed themselves live. Before we dive into the video though, you guys, I have some very exciting news. Of course, you all know who Joss is, but she is virtually here with me today so that we can tell you about her new channel called Sassy that you need to check out. Make sure you check out this preview that we're right about to show you, and then head over to the channel right after you're done and make sure you subscribe because you do not want to miss out.
Oh, is he okay? This is Sassy. I am Sassy. What are you talking about? A little bit of classy. If that doesn't scream food poisoning, I don't know what does. A whole lot of sassy. She's like literally the repellent for men. I will always be 100% real, but I don't blame him. We're all a little crazy sometimes.
Starting off this list in our number 10 spot, we have Jessie Wellens. Jessie Wellens is a well-known YouTuber who makes a ton of different content, from pranks and stunts to different lifestyle type content. In 2013, he had a very unfortunate and very uncomfortable moment at E3. It was of course a huge honor and a very exciting moment for Jessie to get the opportunity to present at an EA Live event, but things really took a turn when it came down to the live presentation.
What up, guys? Thank you for having me, EA. If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Jessie Wellens, and I am a YouTube creator. So I am here to talk about Need for Speed Payback. If you guys didn't know, Need for Speed Payback.
This is honestly a live television presenter's worst nightmare, and I feel so badly for him. Apparently the teleprompter that was in front of him wasn't working properly, so everything that he was supposed to say was just getting lost. Jessie did end up releasing an entire video explaining what exactly happened, so you can definitely check that out once you're finished with this video, but it definitely is one of those YouTuber moments I am glad we can all look back at and laugh about together.
Up next, number 9, we have Pokemane. The famous Twitch streamer has done a series of streams where she shows NSFW videos to her viewers. Her viewers love it, but it's a risky game given the content. For anyone wondering what NSFW stands for, it means not safe for wife. So you can just imagine what kind of content that entails. During one of her live streams, she was chatting and viewing media with her audience. All was well. She has a system in place to keep inappropriate content out, which is good. Apparently, she only opens links approved by modifiers, and even those links are opened on an auxiliary monitor first before she opens it on her live stream. But things did not go to plan during one live stream, and she thought she knew what she was opening when clicking on a link and then displaying it on her monitor for all to see. She loaded this one link to her monitor, obviously for all of her viewers to see at the same time that she was seeing it, and it happened to be an adult video from an adult video website, if you catch my drift. The inappropriate and explicit thumbnail for the video was exposed to her entire audience. She was instantly mortified and confused and quickly ended the live stream and deleted the video on demand. The NSFW video gained over 3 million views, so good for them. And because she acted so quickly, she actually avoided being suspended from Twitch. Applause for her, because I would have panicked.
In our number 8 spot today, we have Professor Broman. Before I get into this one, guys, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you're enjoying the video so far, because it really helps us out. Professor Broman is a Twitch streamer and YouTuber who is known for playing extremely scary games. I'm a big fan of scary games, and I'm not gonna lie, Professor Broman is truly one of the most entertaining streamers I have watched. If you watch Professor Broman, you know he is very energetic, very vocal, and gets really into the games, but you also know he has an awesome wife named Amy. While Professor Broman plays his games, he of course has noise-canceling headphones in because that truly is the best way to get the full scary experience. If you play scary games, you know how into them you get and how sometimes they can really genuinely freak you out. Well, one day in 2019, Professor Broman was playing Resident Evil and minding his own business when Amy decided to take an opportunity to strike. I don't want to ruin it, so I'm just gonna show you. You guys, I watched this so many times because it is so hilarious. This definitely is a pretty harmless, embarrassing moment for Professor Broman, and one that I am glad we can all watch and laugh along with.
Moving on to number 7, we have Tim the Tatman. I'm not a streamer, but maybe the gamers out there can relate to this one. Be honest, you guys, okay? Have you ever worn your gaming headset for so long that you got a dent in your head? I'm not kidding. Tell us in the comments. I want to know. No judgment from us. Well, regardless of your answer, Tim the Tatman has, and he ended up realizing it on a live stream. That is right, he did not realize it until his live stream audience started pointing it out during one of his broadcasts. One person on the stream said, "Dent in your head from your headset," and it made him take off his headset and check to see if he really had a dent in his head. Turns out he did. His confusion and realization was absolutely hilarious, and he didn't seem that embarrassed. He was more shocked than anything. But people spent the rest of his live stream roasting him for the dent on his head, and he was hoping for people to more focus on his gaming and what he was doing, but that didn't happen because it's hard not to look at the dent on his head. I didn't even know that was possible.
In our number 6 spot today, we have Paulos TV. Paulos TV is another streamer and YouTuber who initially rose to success for his NBA 2K streams. Since growing his following, he has definitely branched out and now posts quite a variety of content, including snack tier lists and some 90-day fiance reaction videos. Of course, last year was an interesting year globally, and if people weren't out hoarding toilet paper for some reason, they were stressing about when they were going to get their next haircut. Well, Paulos TV decided that he would get a haircut and make some content at the same time when he decided to live stream his friend Jake attempting to give him a cut. The cut he wanted was pretty straightforward, so it shouldn't have been too difficult, right? Well, let's take a look at what went down.
What? Oh my God! What the? What did you do? I'll fix it. You can't fix this. I'll fix it. You can't fix it. That looks like I'm balding. Okay, I'll fix it.
Well, I guess this clip is less of Paulos TV embarrassing himself and really Jake doing it for him. It definitely still needed to be included on this list. There are some other pretty interesting moments throughout this haircut, which I guess is what you get when you let your non-hairdresser friend give you a haircut. At the end of the day, he may have been embarrassed in front of the 12,000 people who were tuned into the stream, but his hair will grow back and we all got a good laugh from it.
Halfway through our list, at number 5 is Copperhead. He is no longer a YouTuber or a streamer, but he was once a notable one at one point in time. He no longer has a Twitch or a Twitter account either, so I think that he just kind of gave it up. But one of his VR streams has gone down as a very memorable moment because something happened and it was caught on live. During one of his live streams, he did not mean to, but he revealed his height from the information tab. Now, this is not something that someone needs to be embarrassed by, but he was trying to hide it possibly because he was telling his viewers that he was 5'6". However, the information tab says that he is no taller than 5'3". He was immediately embarrassed when people started commenting on it, but he still claimed throughout the video that he was 5'6" and the information tab was wrong. Again, height is not something that we should be embarrassed by, but if you're trying to hide something and then like the truth comes out during a live stream, it's understandable why we would be feeling a little embarrassed. That's like me saying that I was 22 and then people found out that I'm actually 28.
In our number 4 spot today, we have Pewdiepie. Pewdiepie is one of the most well-known YouTubers there has ever been and is constantly at the top of the most subscribed list on YouTube. With a fantastic online career, there will definitely be some embarrassing moments that end up making it to the internet. In 2012, Pewdiepie was a part of a DreamHack convention where this absolute gem was captured. Apparently, after the gaming part of his time was over, Pewdiepie was under the assumption that he would have some sort of a guide for what he was supposed to do with the rest of his stage time, but unfortunately that was not the case. With more time to fill and unsure of what to do, Pewdiepie ended up doing some karaoke that quickly went down as one of the most awkward moments for him caught on camera. I feel so bad for Pewdiepie in this moment because you can literally feel how uncomfortable it must have been for him, and it seems like it really wasn't his fault. I definitely send props to him for being such a good sport and rolling with the punches so that we can all laugh about it together now.
In our 3rd spot is Kate Vanell. She has a smaller audience on YouTube than she does on her streams, and that might be because of one hilarious incident that happened and had people tuning in. During one of her live streams, she was playing Call of Duty and her mom walks into her room. I'm sure this happens a lot to gamers who are living with people. There's always a chance that someone is gonna interrupt and just walk in on your live stream, unless you don't lock the door, of course. But this was more serious because she actually could have been banned from ever streaming again. When her mom walked into the room, she had just finished a shower, so she walked in barely wearing a towel, and she kind of started to take it off before Kate started screaming and covering the camera with her hand. All her viewers watched this happen and watched as she started screaming at her mom, saying that she could get banned. The good news is she didn't, and I don't know if anyone saw anything on her mom. Kate ended up laughing it off and continuing with the live stream, but how mortifying would that be? Your viewers almost saw your mom naked. That's a nightmare.
In our number 2 spot today, we have Tana Mojo. Tana Mojo has been one of the most drama-filled YouTubers since her rise to fame. This is not to throw shade on Tana at all because what she does, she definitely does well, and she's clearly very successful at a very young age, which is not easy to do. But she of course had to be included on this list for one of the most embarrassing moments a YouTuber really has ever had. In 2018, Tana was ousted from VidCon and decided to try and hit back with a convention of her own, the infamous TanaCon. It was supposed to be a festival with concerts and meet and greets and the whole 9 yards, but it was the 2018 version of the Fire Festival. Despite Tana's best efforts, it was an absolute disaster. People were lined up for hours upon hours with no food or water in the sun, and quickly after opening, the venue hit capacity and left people waiting for even longer. Really, the whole thing was bad and all eyes were on Tana. It of course was a mistake, but it definitely was a big one. There were people who had flown in from other places in order to attend and were just left out in the hot sun before being turned away and having the entire convention cancelled. It took a lot of apologies, but I think most fans have been able to forgive Tana for the oversights, and I truly think that we've all moved on and can definitely laugh about it now. As it turns out, holding a convention takes a lot of time and a lot of planning and a lot of people to make things run smoothly.
Winning the number 1 place is Ninja. The famous YouTuber and Fortnite streamer had an embarrassing moment that was worse than just a live stream fail where you get to hide behind a computer screen. This one actually made news headlines after he had an embarrassing moment go down live in front of millions of people. It was on New Year's Eve when he went on stage in front of millions of people and tried to get everyone to do the famous floss dance. The attempt was a massive fail as everyone just awkwardly stood there in the crowd looking at him in silence like he was crazy. Honestly, such a cringe-worthy moment. You have to go watch it. The footage ended up going viral online and people began roasting him online. He later posted a tweet that said, "Word of advice, don't try to get 1 million New Yorkers to dance in the rain on New Year's." Trust me. There was a point to what he did though. Flossing is one of the in-game emotes for the Battle Royale experience that takes dances and pop culture references and brings them to the title for a more social experience. Thanks to Fortnite, the floss dance move has become famous all over the world. So I get that he was trying to bring his gaming connection and just try and lighten the mood. food since it was raining on New Year's. But obviously, his plan did not go to plan. All right, guys, that has been our list for today. Thank you so much for watching this video, and thanks for having me here. If you want to see more of me, make sure you guys check out my new channel, Sassy. I would love to meet and hang out with all of you guys. I've been your host, Joss Bedard.
And I've been your host, Olivia Kozlowski.
I will see you guys next time.
Bye, guys.